Welcome back to the Daily Iowan Football Forum. I'm Rob Miller alongside Mitch Fick and Brendan Stiles, and today we are going to recap Coach Ferentzs' press conference from from Tuesday afternoon. And guys, there's bad news. We're going to get right to it. Jewel Hampton sounds like he's out for the entire season. This is a shock. I mean, not a big shocker, but it is certainly disappointing.
Definitely disappointing. We knew that he was going to be out for that opener against Northern Iowa on Saturday, but it sounds like this just happened. Maybe the thing that, as Coach Ferentzs said, put him over the edge in terms of the injury just happened probably within the last 48 to 72 hours. Just something that happened in practice. Said it wasn't that strenuous in terms of football things compared to what he had been doing. It sounded like he'd been doing a lot of stuff, working his way back. It comes with the territory. Football's a rough sport. One wrong move and you miss out on the entire 2009 season, which is unfortunately what's happening to Jewel.
Yeah, and I think the thing that's really just kind of amazing is the dynamics of it, if you will. It went from 2 months ago when news was first breaking that there was a knee problem. It was back then he might miss the season. Then it was, no, okay, just simmer down. He's going to be back. He's going to be fine. Media day, he seemed okay. Then during practice, right before the open scrimmage, that's when problems with the knee began to linger, and was held out of practice, and he tries to give it a go again. It's just one of those things that it really is a big blow, because no matter who you do have in the backfield for Iowa, it's hard to say whether or not any of those other running backs have the same, or possess the same attributes that Jewel Hampton does on the gridiron.
And we talked about this. We touched on it last week when we spoke running backs and talked about the previews for that. You think Jeff Brinson is the next guy to step in. Sounds like he's fighting an ankle right now, and he is also out for the opener, from what I understand. And Paki O'Meara is going to be the starter. Paki's got a few carries. Showed some signs of life last year. What do you see him being able to do against UNI? Is that a good warm up for him?
I think the important thing is that Paki does have some on-field experience. He was kind of de facto at the top of the depth chart last year when people didn't know what Sean Green was going to do. He's a big contributor on special teams, and I think that's one of the most underrated aspects of putting in any position is having on-field experience. He certainly does, and he's a confident young guy, as Coach Ferentzs has pointed out numerous times. He's progressed pretty steadily and pretty positively throughout his career here, and I think he's in good shape.
The feeling I got from talking to some of the players today is just that Paki's a guy that exudes toughness on the field and is a guy that they can rely on. And that just seems to be the key thing, and I think that's part of the reason why Ferentzs is going with him, is because he seems to be that guy that when he's out there, he knows what to do, whether it's, running through the right hole or, picking up a blitz in a passing situation. He seems to be a guy that has the football smarts, if you will, to be on the field in those key moments.
Other news from Coach Ferentzs' press conference today. Sounds like Jamie Murphy, his career is over with as a Hawkeye, the Irish car bomb, as everybody started to call him. Dubuque senior guy. I mean, I can attest he scored 7 touchdowns against us my junior year of high school. The guy was an animal. He had legs that looked like tree trunks. He's going to be missed. I mean, the guy was an awesome special teams player.
The gunner position in football might be one of the most underrated and under spotlighted, so to speak, positions on the field. What he did on special teams instilled a lot of fear into special teams coordinators and return men across the Big Ten. Definitely, like you said, an animal coming out of high school, even if he didn't have the national credentials. But a big loss to the special teams unit. As we've seen throughout the years, you can never underappreciate what people can do on special teams.
I have to second what you said on that as far as the importance of a gunner and just how it is such an underrated position on the field. And, Jamie Murphy's a guy that, another example of somebody that teammates have a lot of confidence in, always had a lot of faith in, always considered to be reliable. Coaches always thought he was reliable. He's definitely going to be missed on special teams.
Yeah. Any other news, notes we need to know about from the press conference from today?
Ricky Stanzi's mom will be cutting his hair before Saturday's game against Northern Iowa. He says the long locks will not be back this season.
That and the beard that he had on the Big Ten Network last week, that's gone.
There's just a lot of scruffiness.
This seems like all sad news. It all seems like all sad news.
Might be the most depressing football forum ever.
Not to make too big of a joke here, but it's been a kick in the jewels, let's just say.
Oh, jeez. Ouch. That is all for your football forum for Wednesday. I'm Rob Miller, alongside Mitch Fick and Brendan Stiles. We will be back here tomorrow to discuss Fry Fest and Hawkapalooza. Thanks for watching. Check us out in the paper Monday through Friday and on Daily Iowan TV Sunday through Thursday nights at 9:30 and 10:30. Have a good night.